This is 7 News.
Tonight, boat tragedy. 160 asylum seekers bound for Australia feared dead. The police minister's fears about Northbridge after another violent night.
I don't like Northbridge after midnight, I've got to be honest.
A pilot seriously injured in a chopper crash. And an online warning for Christmas shoppers.
Someone lost all your toys.
From the studios of 7 Perth, Sally Bowrey.
Good evening. A boat carrying 250 asylum seekers heading for Australia has capsized off Indonesia. It's feared 160 of them have died. The opposition says it's a tragedy. The government says today's not the day for politics. The overcrowded boat capsized not long after leaving a port in southern Java. A 29-year-old man has life-threatening injuries after a night out in Northbridge. He was found unconscious on Lake Street with serious head and spinal injuries. Detectives don't know if the victim was punched or pushed, but the police minister says violence is increasing and he doesn't like Northbridge.
Police can't confirm why the 29-year-old is fighting for his life. They were called to Alexis bar and restaurant early this morning and spent much of today looking for anything that might help them piece together exactly what happened. Cheyenne Nguyen owns Alexis. She says the victim, a regular customer, had been drinking and became rowdy. When staff asked the man to leave, she says 4 patrons stepped in. The victim pushed down these steps.
The guy was a bit hard. We tried to ask him to leave, and that client just, I think, came out and just said, OK, I'll help out, and he pushed him a bit far.
The victim's injuries are life-threatening. We're told he has serious head and spinal injuries. Today, he's undergoing surgery in hospital.
The police minister says violence is escalating in Northbridge.
I don't like Northbridge after midnight, I've got to be honest, and that's when you seem to get most of the problems.
The 4 men are being questioned by police.
It was terrible. But people are going to have to take their responsibility.
No one has been charged.
If they can't drink and control themselves, and the drink affects them to the extent where they become involved in violent incidents, they really need to have a serious look at themselves.
Alexis, Donkin, 7 News.
That's right, Sally. Good evening. There were 16 arrests at pubs and clubs in Northbridge overnight. Police issued 51 move-on notices. Now, most of their time involved a brawl between 2 men. A 21-year-old had his ear bitten off. Now, it happened at Villa nightclub, not far from Lacquers. Now, no one's been charged over that, but police say they have a person of interest. Now, the 21-year-old is recovering here at Royal Perth Hospital. He had surgery today to reattach his ear. Now, it wasn't just a busy night for police. 17 people were admitted at this emergency department. They needed treatment after being assaulted. Sally.
Thanks, Alexis. A 60-year-old man is in hospital after an ultralight helicopter crash near Beverley, east of Perth. The helicopter was taking off when it's believed strong winds brought the aircraft down about 1 o'clock this afternoon. The man was seriously injured. He was airlifted to Perth, where tonight he's in a stable condition. Visa and police are trying to confirm the exact cause of the crash. 6 separate shark sightings have forced lifesavers to close beaches in Bunbury. All sightings were within 50 metres of the shore. The Fisheries Department says the sharks were about 3 metres long. No particular species has been identified.
I saw a shark jump out of the water as though it was feeding on something, saw its big white belly.
And in the last half hour, a 4-metre shark has been spotted 500 metres south of Scarborough Beach. Swimmers have been ordered out of the water. The Federal Health Minister has labelled an alcohol promotion dopey, but says she can't stop it. Branding irons formerly supplied free with bottles of whiskey have left 3 West Australians permanently scarred. The following story has been carefully edited to avoid showing how it's done or the injuries it causes, but we warn some people may find this report confronting.
Under this bandage is a severe burn, 10 centimetres wide, the result of a branding iron pressed to human skin for 10 seconds. We've chosen not to show you.
I bid you Jack or night.
The same alcohol-fuelled stunt left 3 others in Royal Perth Hospital.
That is just absolutely ridiculous.
Doctors say the alcohol company is partly responsible.
Because they're scarred for life because of it. You mix alcohol with something that can be dangerous, it's always going to end in tears.
The branding iron came with a warning, free with the sale of a bottle of bourbon. The Federal Health Minister calls the giveaway dopey, but says you can't legislate against stupidity.
The 3 men have been released from hospital, all of them permanently scarred. Doctors say there are probably others who are hurt, too embarrassed to seek treatment.
Jack Daniels' Australian distributor couldn't be reached for comment, but promotes responsible drinking on its website. Jessica Van Der Ven, 7 News.
The Police Minister has warned 1 million drivers will be tested for alcohol and drugs next year as part of a road safety crackdown. But Rob Johnson hasn't told the police union of his new target or the Police Commissioner.
It's quite clear he's plucked the figures out of the air, and that's appalling.
I think the Commissioner's aware of the target. The Commissioner knows my commitment to road safety and he supports that commitment.
The Minister's announced police overtime to staff 2 new booze buses will be funded by the Road Trauma Trust Fund, which has extra money from increased speeding fines. The case of missing baby Azaria Chamberlain will be revisited again next year, more than 3 decades since the 9-week-old girl disappeared from a campsite at Uluru. The Northern Territory coroner has called the inquest in light of new information about fatal dingo attacks on children. Lindy and Michael Chamberlain were convicted over their child's death but later exonerated. They maintain a dingo was to blame. More than 600 people are feared dead after a tropical storm caused flash flooding in the southern Philippines. The devastation hit the coast of Mindanao Island where entire neighbourhoods have been destroyed.
7 News.
Sport now with Chris Young and a coach under pressure, Youngie.
Sally, it's the Glory's Ian Ferguson after another defeat. More on that coming up. And Dashing Dave at the Big Bash.
Warner shows no respect for the king of spin.
He is absolutely nailed that.
And a rocket from Ronaldo.
What a finish! Oh my goodness!
Sunny on Wednesday, 30, warming up on Thursday, 33 degrees also on Friday. And it looks like it'll be clear across the weekend, including for Christmas, a top of 28 degrees expected. That's 7 News this Sunday. Thanks for your company. We'll leave you now with Australia's longest kite surfing race off Perth. Good night.